A new exhibit at the Birthplace of Country Music Museum brings together over 150 experienced master artists and some eager apprentices to learn all sorts of historical and cultural traditions. Dr. Rene Rodgers, head curator at the Birthplace of Country Music Museum, joins us to share more about real folk passing on trades and traditions through the Virginia Folk Life Apprenticeship Program. That is a mouthful, but this is a huge exhibit, though.
It is. I mean, we have over around 100, 120 images in there, and all of them are wonderful. There's black and white and color images covering this Virginia Folk Life Apprenticeship Program over the years. And you know, what's great about it is that it's showing these portraits of the masters and apprentices together, but then it's going deeper into the process photos that are showing like the trades and the traditions and the crafts that they're learning. And these are things, you know, we tried to bring in things that people here might be involved with themselves, like banjo playing. Yes, very familiar things. Quilting, banjo playing, square dance calling, things that people in this area are used to being part of, and a lot of people have those own traditions in their families. But then we went beyond that to look at other musical traditions in the state, from steel drum making, accordion design, and then also so many immigrant traditions that have come into the United States and into Virginia that are making up part of our culture today. This huge diversity, from Iranian and classical Persian singing to Katak dancing to Mexican folkloric dance, and then also looking at the Native American communities with Chickahominy dance and Powhatan Blackware pottery. So there's everything from music to dance to art. I mean, we're starting out here locally, but it's really a global taking a look at all those traditions and all of that culture. Yeah, and how they're like becoming part of the culture that we live in today, and how they're contributing to that. But the images themselves are just so striking and engaging. They really give you both an insight into the relationship between the two people who are learning from each other and into the actual process itself. And you know, it's a great way to start thinking about the things that are being passed down within your own community or within your own family. And this exhibit's going to be there for a while, but folks need to get by there and see. They definitely do. It's going to be there through August 2nd, so we have it for a few months, but we would definitely recommend people come see it, and we'll be doing some complimentary programming to go along with it, so keep an eye on our website for that too. There's always something going on. Yes. And speaking of stuff going on, tomorrow you have a very important fundraiser going on. We do. So tomorrow is the kickoff of our Radio Bristol Fund Drive, which is concentrated on the 11th and 12th, but obviously you can give any time, and it's a chance for people to support this local radio station that's working so hard to build up our community with music. And you know, for those who don't know, this is a live working radio station in the museum exhibits. So you get to see the DJs at work, you get to and a lot of them are local musicians, people that you will have heard of, and it's a great way to sort of share music with our community, dig deep into the content in the museum, dig deep into that history, but really bring something to radio that you don't hear on most other radio stations. I was going to say, you're going to hear some programming there you're not going to find anywhere else on the dial. Definitely, definitely. And tomorrow, for the kickoff, you can either call in or you can give online, but you can also come by the museum in the afternoon where we're having a Radio Bristol DJ showcase. Because like I said, so many of the DJs are actually musicians themselves. There's going to be some live music from those DJs, and that's free and open to the public. So free concert, you can't beat that. No, definitely not. All right, let's talk about another event you have coming up, the Hazel Dickens Tribute. Yes, so that's March 26th. This is to celebrate Women's History Month, which March is. And Hazel Dickens is a big part of the bluegrass story. She was a very important artist, one of the first women to record a bluegrass album with Alice Gerard. And we have Karen Collins, a musician who has played her music for years, who has met Hazel Dickens in the past and is coming to the museum to do this tribute performance. But it's also going to include our very own Tony Doman, who's one of our Radio Bristol DJs and another member of staff, who's going to be telling us about Hazel Dickens' life and also putting some of the songs that we've chosen in context, so that you'll be learning something and enjoying yourself at the same time. And I think that's a lot of what every program that you all do there. It is. There is that learning component to it in addition to the entertainment factor. It is. And you know, the tickets to this are only $10, so it's really affordable, but it's going to be a really great evening, and I think people will really enjoy it. All right.
Dr. Rene Rodgers, thank you.
Thank you.
We have the information for you about all of these events. The Radio Bristol Fund Drive is happening tomorrow and the next day. There's the information if you want to get involved. ListenRadioBristol.org is their website. And then, of course, we have the Real Folk exhibit that's going on. It's on display now through August the 2nd. The Birthplace of Country Music Museum right there in downtown Bristol. There's a number and a website. And that big tribute concert that's coming up, Hazel Dickens Tribute Performance, Thursday, March the 26th at 7 p.m. right there at the Performance Theater at the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. Folks, so much going on there. You just need to go by and check it all out.